Just one more thing I want to do before we wrap up. I want to do the who will be top of Christmas, because obviously Christmas Day is Monday this year, so no Biased Football podcast for us next week. I mean, Steele will probably be working in the night because he can't help himself, but we won't be able to do the pod. So I want to ask the question. Obviously, we've got Arsenal to come at the weekend. Villa, I've got Sheffield United. I've just spent the weekend with I've got one brother-in-law who's an Arsenal fan and two who are Aston Villa fans, and they were it was the happiest everyone's ever been together at any one given time, so that was the thing. But the Villa fans, I was a little like
it's never happened while they've been alive.
Yeah.
It kind of,
and certainly not while I've known them. Occasionally Villa have obviously come up with some good results here and there along the way, and even Arsenal have been crap for most of the last 10 years. But the Villa fans were so not overtly stupidly confident, but in like that playful way that you get to be when there's no expectation on you. And they were all doing it the weekend, going, "Well, you'll drop points to Brighton will do something with Arsenal."
They've got their own spreadsheets with Liverpool and Arsenal.
I think they're just like, they look like they're having an absolute whale of a time. And when you look at the league table, so obviously Arsenal top of the pile on 39, Liverpool second on 38, level on points with Aston Villa. Just Liverpool got a plus 21 goal difference to Villa's 16. What do we reckon? Who's going to be top of Christmas this year?
Livy.
We beat Arsenal.
Yeah, I think we do.
The
thing about Arsenal is that they just consistently shit themselves at Anfield. Like there was a whole thing on the Amazon documentary a couple of years ago about Arteta telling them don't lose your heads. I lost my head here once and lost 5 blah blah blah, and then he lost his head and they lost 4-0. Like, and then even last year with Xhaka and all that, 2-0 up in that game, absolutely in cruise control against the poorest Liverpool side that we've seen for some time. And I just think that 5:30 Saturday night, Anfield's going to be bladdered, by the way, 2 days before Christmas.
I spoke to Ross and I was like, are you coming for the game? I was like, yeah, I'm absolutely drinking for this one, the Arsenal game. He's like, yeah, sounds so am I. I've had this one in my diary for ages. I was like, what time are you going out? And he goes, 12:30. I went, lads, I'm not going. At 12:30. And I went, what time's kickoff? We went 5:30. I went, I will see you at some point before the game. I am not
5
starting.
hours worth of...
No, I won't remember the game.
No. But I admire the energy. I'm not doing that either. But I admire the commitment to it. But the point being is, I do get the feeling that we, as a result of all of that, and that what's at stake in terms of, it's a nice little thing to be top at Christmas. The atmosphere on Saturday will be, I think, probably what we were hoping it would have been yesterday. And it didn't quite. But I just get the feeling that we rarely have Saturday night 5:30 kickoffs at home, which I think for starters will get people in the mood. Being 2 days before Christmas as well just adds to it.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I think that there's so much pressure that gets thrown on, it's going to be thrown in that game, because again, the Villa stuff, and it goes back to we've been saying this throughout, like for weeks now, it's all on City. So, City are out the equation for a bit. They're behind us in points, they're behind us in the table. There's a chance they could be 5th in the league, by the end of the weekend if Spurs have their way as well. It wouldn't be the end of the world if Villa ended up top, but they've got Sheffield United. Villa should be picking up the points, and then that's on Liverpool or Arsenal to go and grab it, really, because if they can't, and it's the foibles of the league, it could be a draw, and that will really blow things sort of wide open. But I don't know, I'm weirdly calm and kind of laissez-faire. I agree with that point. I think there's now even more on that Arsenal game, and I don't mind that from our perspective. I don't mind us being a little bit like we've got to show Arsenal what it means to be in a title race kind of thing. I like that idea.
And I think the noise is coming out of the players. Virgil van Dijk posted earlier on Instagram, and they do that regardless, of course they do, but the noise is coming out of the players on the back of yesterday suggests to me that they know they were below par against Manchester United, and they're going to want to put that right. And Ben mentioned all the factors there. It's Anfield, it's R5, it's right before Christmas. Like this fixture, including the West Ham one in this as well, I think it's a bit of a godsend, really. The fact we are playing back-to-back so quickly, both at Anfield, like that's ideal. It could have been Luton away, followed by Crystal Palace away. I know they're done, but it could have been those two types of fixtures. All of a sudden you're looking at that going, we've had a crappy draw against United, and we've got these two. But West Ham and Arsenal home back-to-back right before Christmas. Like, I'd have signed up for that months ago. So I think it's worked out as well as it possibly could. And because of that, I'm backing us to grab it really and sort of take it by the scruff of the neck, and we need to, because we haven't been playing well for a considerable amount of time now. So it feels like an opportunity for Liverpool to make that statement. The statement we would have liked to have seen yesterday against Manchester United, of course, but that's just because they're our rivals. In many ways, what we do now for the next 6 days or whatever it is could be a bigger statement in terms of what the season means.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to remember, I think as well, and to add on to what Dan said there, we have got them. Ben said it in the on the main podcast. We've got them in early February or whatever it is, isn't it? Away from home. So now's a chance to go out there and get 3 points and guarantee that from those 2 games you're going to come out at least level on points with them.
Yeah.
But hopefully 4 points, 6 points out of those 2 games is what you need.
Is that a game, the away one in the league, that if Egypt make the final, we're missing Salah?
I absolutely hope not, but also I'm not that harsh because he's been playing like harsh.
Yeah. He shows up, doesn't he?
All our other players are playing really well as well, though, in attack, so we'll be fine.
It's just that we haven't got a right winger.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
We play Chelsea on the Wednesday night, the 31st of January, and I think that's definitely in there.
That will be,
I think we play Bournemouth in the mix.
Bournemouth on the 21st of January.
So it might be back for Arsenal. It's
3rd
still
of February.
important.
I'll double check it. So you're right. 3rd of February is when we play Arsenal and the African Cup of Nations.
Final.
Final date. There we go. And it's normally like the first week of February that gets played.
You can get knocked out early.
11th of February
God.
is the African Cup of Nations final. Zero chance if...
I think Egypt are too much of a one-man band for them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to get that. I mean, but if they're not going to win it, go out on the group stage, please. But I just don't see them. It could be famous last words, but even more so than 2 years ago when they ended up in the final with Mane. They're weaker than they were then, and I just don't think he got enough. Even as you say, all joking aside, even he's not in good enough form to feel like he's really dragging through. But I do hope he wins something for his country. But I know in a way.
Well, if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, that's one of the sort of tick points for him, isn't it? Like, I mean, he's going to have to win a major honour along the way, and obviously, look, Liverpool winning the Premier League would help, but we'll see how well that's weighted towards. If one of the other contenders, like if Jude Bellingham lifts the European Cup with Real Madrid, that's going to make a big difference. If Harry Kane lifts the Euros with England, that will go in his favour. So Salah could do with that, but you're right. I don't know enough about Egypt to know whether they've got enough to go on that. But just bringing it back, it's great stuff, isn't it? The week before Christmas to have like a League Cup quarter final when you can if you get that box, it's either Liverpool get knocked out and we're disappointed, and I think it adds a bit more fuel to the Arsenal fire, or you're looking ahead to we've got a 2-legged semi-final and you're 2 games away from another trophy, a chance at a trophy. And again, you could be top of Christmas. I know we're not the team that are great at dealing with such things, but everyone else seems to be good at it. So maybe
we have done it.
Yes.
We have actually won when we've been top of Christmas, so it's fine. It's just we've lost more. But we get a chance to go level on 2-2, will it be?
In terms of being that and not winning it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Are
we topping 13-14 top of Christmas?
I think we're
3-2 down, maybe.
What about 2018-19? Were we
were top of Christmas.
13-14 we were top of Christmas, and 20 COVID season 20 we were top of Christmas.
We'll think about goal difference, right?
Pull one back.
Next season we can get it back to fucking 3-0. Istanbul, this.
My sneaky feeling on this is that, again, it's just a milestone. It's just a get to top and get to the. Normally, the team that's top of Christmas is also, I think, historically tends to have bigger leads. When Liverpool are top of Christmas and we don't win, it's normally a lot closer.
And we've had that fucking cheating team behind us every time.
Yes,
Everton.
But my sneaky feeling is Everton.
The bigger cheaters.
The admittedly cheating. No, the unadmittedly cheating. I think this is going to be. I think it's just setting up for a really mad back and forth, duking out. The fact that we've gone top and then fallen off is not what happens. We don't normally do that. So I feel like we might have a completely different kettle of fish on our hands this time around.
You wouldn't really want a kettle of fish, would you?
No. I wouldn't think.
Grim.
How did they get out?
Yeah, boiled fish.
One at a time.
Do you think Liverpool can be top at Christmas? Do you think they're going to beat Arsenal, or do you think it will be Villa that will steal a march on both of those to take the top spot over the festive period? Let us know in the comments.